The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you on Fantasy. Get up to 1K and a pause match with some Mark Fantasy with the promo code MLB SGPN. And welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It's currently Monday morning, August 4th, around 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm your host, Reichel, joined again by Adam Rosenberg together to break down our favorite props for the Monday card. Adam, how's it going with you? How's your weekend?
It's good. Things are good. Did not do well on Friday, but whatever. I thought Jacob Lopez was going to get there, but it's fine. I got a banger out of the gate for us, so we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, I ended up going 1-1-1 because I'm the Void King on the show, so I ended up having to play the Voided. So, yeah, overall, once again, not a terrible episode for me. I basically broke even, so I'll look for a better day here on Monday. Bit of a interesting card, I'll put it that way. I think the card itself is...
It's weird. It's a lot of guys making their first start for their new teams.
Yeah.
It was hard to find, or guys coming back from like injury or thing. It was tough to find stuff.
So we'll see what happens, but either way, point is show must go on. Either way, though, before we get into any of the actual props for the Monday slate, a reminder that the Sports Game Podcast is back with the 32 NFL team previews. They're also bringing back the phrase that pays. Each episode contains a key word of a 32-word phrase. Submit the entire phrase for a chance to win a $1,000 circa future. Anyway, I'll ask you because we can get started immediately or we can talk for a bit. You want to talk or you want to just get right into the play?
Jump into it. That's
cool.
Fine.
Let's do it. So your first play that you have for the Monday card, what do you like?
Blaze Alexander 2Ks.
Okay.
Plus 195. We got it yesterday at plus 220, and then we created it and went down to plus 125. But JP Sears, first start for the Padres, lefty. He's got really good K stuff. I just kind of see. I think JP Sears might have a pretty good K game. And just if we look at Blaze Alexander, his last 5 games, he is 2 for his last 15 with a K rate of 46%.
Okay. I mean,
I'm not even going to expound on anything else. Just if you guys can't see it, we can't. Then I don't know what to tell you.
We got plus 220 yesterday. They already dropped it by 30 cents, which is fine with me.
Fine.
Because he's terrible. So, yeah, I can get behind that too. Blaze is a guy who I'd say the best part of his game is his name. Because I don't know if he's actually good at baseball. But that's a whole separate story. I'll put it this way. Blaze, so far, I know that he's still young. I don't know. It feels like he's not priced correctly based on how bad he actually is. Is that a fair statement?
I don't get it at all. I mean, yesterday we took it to 220 and it immediately went down to plus 125. So why is it back up to plus 195? Like, he's not getting lifted.
Yeah, I don't really get it either. So there you go. We're going to fade Blaze like we did yesterday. And once again, plus 190 and change. So good price there. 4-2 strikeouts. For mine, I'm going to go with a batter fade as well, but this time I'm going to go with no hits. I'm going to go with John Rave, another NPC guy. I'll go with the under half a hit of minus 120. He's on the Royals, by the way, if you didn't know that. So Rave is at 0 hits in 7 straight games. You're looking at Bayo pitching for Boston, and he's been fine at limiting hits recently. He has really not gotten shelled over the last couple of months. He's allowed less than 7 hits in 8 of the last 9 starts. Rave, though, only has 12 plate appearances against lefties this season. The Red Sox have a couple of lefty relievers. He'll be pinch hit probably for Grishik, if he ends up facing a lefty reliever. Rave has recorded less than 3 plate appearances in 3 straight games. So there is a chance Rave gets lifted in this game, and I can get minus 120. He's batting about 170 in the majors this year. In his minor league career, he's about a 250, 260 hitter. So he's never been a great hitter by any means in the minors. And the fact is, he's been bad in the pros. Give me John Rave. I'll go with the under half a hit of minus 120. So I'll go back to my bread and butter. I'll fade a bad player who might get benched halfway through the game.
Yeah. I mean, he had a good one coming out of the gate. Royals have been. First of all, they made moves, which was weird.
They did. But the point of the Grishik move, even if we don't understand it, we know Grishik is still mostly used as a lefty specialist guy. I know that this year he was better, potentially against righties as well. But the point is, it feels like Rave has been starting against righties, and then as soon as somebody else comes in, they just flip him. So I see that happening again here. Give me Rave to not do anything in this game. I see a question, by the way, from D. Johnson. asking about Slade over the outs, or if you're interested in maybe going for Priester over strikeouts. Any thoughts?
I can take a look as we dive into this. But let me peep this a little bit. Let's see as we open up out of the gate with bad players. So we got Slade. Slade in this mess. Are they playing? Oops, that's my bad. Why are they? So Slade is against the Mets. Slade's been terrible.
Even if he's been bad though, the Guardians just let him go like crazy.
Slade's been really good on the road though, is the thing. So he's got some pretty good splits. His FPS is really good. The Mets aren't really like hitting right now. Let me actually I had my K filter on for them, so let me just look. Wow. He might rack up. He might strike out. Then the entire top of their lineup has K rates above 27% in their last 5 games. This is like really not good. The Mets are not hitting well, regardless of. Oh my God, it's even worse when you look at it against righties. Yeah, so I don't mind Slade stuff. I got to be honest. Let's see what the angle is I would want to go with. The out seems good. Let me just check one thing. I saw one that I did want to do. It's here's Slade. Well, here's the problem. Is that just like Mets are just like not getting, like righties are not going over their stuff against him. The things they're getting kind of righties are getting shelled. I don't know. I gotta take a look, man. I'll take a little deeper and I'll have something by the end of the show. But we can go to my second play that is in that game. Do you want to do that?
So what's going to be your second play?
We're going to go with Sean Manaea under 4.5 hits allowed to this Guardians team. He's under in 3 straight, obviously coming back. He's on a pitch, very clearly on a pitch and batter.
He tends to go basically 5 innings to ceiling. That's kind of his thing.
He hasn't given up more than 4 hits at home though in a year.
That's fun.
Dating back to last August. 5 guys in the Cleveland lineup have batting averages below 222 in their last 30 plate appearances against the lefties. And only 2 of them are back to back in the lineup. And so what that means is that it creates, there isn't really any protection. So I'm not worried about like a string of hits and things kind of unraveling and stuff like that. You can pitch around. If you're smart, like Manaea, you can pitch around and just get these really, really crappy guys. So, they're basically also means that it's kind of something that could kill an inning at any time. Is that if one gets on, then you could possibly a double play look on this one, to be totally honest. So Manaea though, under the 4.5 hits allowed, I got it at -106 on Novig. I really liked it. Novig's really good for a lot of the stuff we give out, guys. If you can get it, the exchanges are really good for these because we get like really good prices.
Yeah, looking at the actual pitch counts for Manaea, he's actually not thrown more than 86 pitches all season. So once again,
which is very clearly calculated.
Yeah, he goes as a 5 basically for a ceiling in terms of innings pitched. As you said before, he's actually allowed 6 hits in his last 3 starts combined. So he's really not done much in terms of, I'd say, getting shelled. And on top of that, you're looking at his walks, which can be, I'd say, fine on some days and bad on other days. So there is a chance that maybe he walks the farm. His pitch count gets high, doesn't really give up any hits, and he ends up going under anyway. So you have a couple ways to get there. But the fact that his ceiling is basically 5 innings, and Manaea is always one of those guys who tends to nibble, and its pitch count can get high very quickly. Yeah. I think that bodes well for the prop too.
I've realized after I looked through on Dustin Johnson's thing, the problem is that I'm going to have to go with an under on this, just because while everyone's striking out, everyone's making contact. And I get that like Slade is better on the road. But if you go with his last 3 starts just overall, he's just been his hard hit metrics are really bad.
Yeah, I feel like one reason though you could in theory like Slade in general is the fact that the Guardians seem to just let him pitch even if he dies. Yeah,
it's just it doesn't have the edge for me would be on the the thing is that then but I do agree with that. But then in the last since since I guess because they went against two lefties recently. They went against Wyson and Ray were both lefties. So they went against in their last for the righties since June or July 10th. 1, 2, that's it. Two righties have gone over their outs line. Cease went under, Webb went under, Hendricks went under, Martinez went under, Waka went under. Slate is kind of in that same group with those kind of guys, you know. The guy who went over was you. So I would definitely say, and if you look at just overall, like the last three guys that have gone against it, like two of them were lefties is the thing. So righties have been going under their outs against the Mets.
Did you have any thoughts on the Priester strikeouts?
I
that was part.
Another bad player to bet on his LA Bryce Tedesco. He stinks. He might stink.
You know, post trade deadline, I love fading NPCs.
Yeah, well, should I take a look at that guy?
Yeah, if you want to.
Is he projected to even be in the lineup?
That's a great question.
We made a bunch of money off what's that guy? That Thomas guy.
I don't know if
I don't think he's projected.
I don't know if Rave's going to be in the lineup, but I'm assuming he will be because Bayo's a righty. But we'll see.
According to Rave, is not projected according to Andy Graffs and RotoWire, but whatever.
You know how much I love my voids. It's fine.
Could be.
It's all good. I don't even see any props on Tedesco, by the way. So
I don't either. I don't see project. I don't see. I see him like less than projected.
Yes, if that means anything, we don't see him being listed.
Yeah. So I do see. Let me see. I do see. Do I want to have Chris Morel has been awful lately.
I faded him last week against Max Fried, and he went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. So. That guy's not any good.
Might be a good one. Yeah, I didn't. I'll look at the strikeouts after you do your second prop.
Yeah. Either way, though, before I get into my second prop, though, reminder they're brought to you by our sponsor, Arnold Fantasy, because they're doing Best Mania. Happening all summer long. Give away 15 million prizes, 2 minutes first place. No waiver wire. No arguments about trades. Best is the best way to play fantasy football. A reminder: Underdog also has Pick'em for a chance to win 500 times your entry. When you sign up, though, for an account, use the code MLB SGPN to get a special pick, and if our sign that offer up to $1K in bonus cash. Our fantasy promo code MLB SGPN. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. It's available at a ton of locations. Use crypto to bet on my bookie, and a reminder that you can use them for fast payouts and use deposits. They're also available at a ton of locations. Use them to bet on baseball, WNBA, golf, tennis, and of course football futures. When you sign up though for a new account, use the code SGPN to get a special 100% dollar match up to $1K. Terms and conditions public. The G promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finish going through the first couple of props that we have for the card on Monday. Time to move on into my second prop for the show. For this one, I see it being mentioned in the chat that it might get rained out, but we'll see what happens here in this Brewers game. Because I'm going to fade Eric Fetty. Now, I am aware that rain could be an issue in this game, which would be a bit annoying, but either way, it's plus 120. I can't really turn that down. Fetty over 2.5 earned runs is plus 120. He's been terrible all season. He's allowed at least 3 earned in 6 straight. The Brewers have scored at least 8 runs in 5 of their last 6. Over the weekend, they ended up having a monster series against the Nationals where they recorded 56 hits in 3 games. Roughly 19 hits per game in that 3-game set against the Nationals. And the Brewers have owned Fetty in his career. 91 plate appearances, a .425 batting average, and a .495 on base. I'll fade Fetty. I get that the rain could be a bit annoying. We'll see what happens, but plus 120 to fade Fetty against the best offense in the league right now, I think it's just a great price. Give me Fetty on his over-earned runs at plus 120.
Don't they have a dome? Or don't they have a roof for the Brewers?
They're playing in Atlanta.
Oh, they're playing in Atlanta? Oh, then, yeah, I told you my only concern on this play is that everybody's on this play. I bet it with you last night, but my concern on this play is that everybody's on this play.
Yeah. Once again, I understand
it never works out. It never works out when that happens.
I understand why there might be a bit of paranoia involved, but at the same point, conceptually, if you want to give me Fetty at plus 120 to fade him, I'll have some fun with it. So
I got it.
There you go. Either way, we'll see what happens with Fetty. I see Jason mentioning that he doesn't see any Fetty under on his outs. I actually want to see if there is a listing for his under outs, just out of curiosity. I'm assuming there isn't. I don't see his outs at all because he
Yeah.
might get killed. So we'll see.
It's
But
also he doesn't get pulled early.
yeah, the problem is if you end up getting a Chase Burns situation where he pitches 1 inning, you get a rain delay, he gets pulled.
Can we talk about that?
Sure, because
If
it was
you
it was
complain-
a
if you-
disaster by the MLB to set that up.
Well, it was a disaster for them to play.
That's
but
what I'm
I don't
saying.
have any.
To play the first inning, they messed that up entirely.
Well, they had to because it was that was a special game.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That was so the reason why it was all like the reason why it was a mess is because it being that game that was in whatever Nashville.
Yeah,
they should have just waited. They should have moved it. That's
Yeah.
fine. Fan experience bad, whatever. I lost money on that game because I had that on FanDuel. I also had it on another book. Read your effing house rules. I do not have sympathy for you on when we get gifts from above that are like DK saying, "Hey, we're gonna void stuff that when guys leave early." It's great. I'm not gonna bite the hand that feeds me on this stuff, and that's fine. But it was a fair loss. Like according to House, like he pitched. Also, by the way, I got 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, he did.
2 strikeouts and 2 batters. Long shot. My long shot ROI odds are great. But also just like know the house rules. You are very, very good at this. Whenever you and I have joined a new book,
First thing I do is I read the rules.
Read the rules because what's one of the other sports where things are very, very different on house rules book to book?
Tennis.
Exactly. So sometimes you can have like if a guy retires in the second set, but he had lost the first set, it's honored. And other times, like read your house rules. I do not have sympathy if you lost money on this. And if you're really complaining about it, you're probably super poor. I'm done.
Yeah, I want to point out, I'm sure you're mentioning that because there were a couple tweets out there about Burns.
It just was a dumb take. Like it's a clown take. It's a
really bad
clown take.
Yeah, it's a really bad take.
It's a super clown take. Complaining about like void my bet because this guy pitched, like it is a clown take in general, but this one's especially is because it's super like, guess what, man? Like he shouldn't have done it. And like, if you really are worried about that stuff, then don't bet on that book and just go bet on DraftKings because their house rules are different. But you don't know the house rules. I do not have sympathy for you.
Also worth mentioning that the weather report is free. If you want to try
Weather's
to find
free,
the weather
dude.
report.
We do this all the time, man, because the Nationals are notorious for this stuff too. Like we of like starting a game when it's going to rain. Like I'm looking at the weather right now. What do we got? That Atlanta game is like the Atlanta game is probably getting rained out.
Once again, I mentioned the Atlanta game. If it gets rained out, then whatever.
But also Atlanta tends to start their games later versus start and stop.
Yes.
There's one team I know, like I said it, but there's a team that is notorious for starting regardless and stop it and screwing it up, and that's the Nationals.
Yeah.
They do it all the time.
Once again, the Fetty thing's a good example because it happened with Burns over the weekend. If I lose the Fetty play because there's a rain delay and he gets pulled, I accept it. The point is it's plus 120. I'm going to gamble on that. I do think that that's always going to be an issue in the back of your mind. If there's going to be bad weather, you should at least know that there's bad weather. My question is, just out of curiosity, the person who was the loudest when it came to complaining about the Burns play, do you think at any point he knew it was raining in the building? I say no.
No. Dude, I didn't even realize. So I didn't even realize that game was at the racetrack till yesterday.
Yeah, because I feel it didn't advertise it well. I knew about it.
Because you know why? The opener on Thursday was in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I knew about it, but I thought that, once again, it was a pretty weird marketing idea.
It was weird to do it all 3 games then. It was super weird to do. It was weird because you had a game the day before that was in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
so if I had known that, I would have actually, honestly, if I'd realized that, and that's my fault, I wouldn't have touched anything on that game. Because you had a team that had to get up and travel after a bonkers 12-11 game. The next game was the Elder game where he just like crushed them. Mm-hmm. And then you got up and you went to another state to go play a game on a non-natural situation. Like we should have been no bet.
Either way, the point is that once again, even when you're betting props that seem pretty simple, like a strikeout prop, an outs prop, just check the weather. Check the venue, check basic information, which is all available. So just keep that in mind. Use it as a learning, I'd say, opportunity for you. Not saying that you should be scared off of certain props whenever there's potential rain in the forecast, but don't be shocked if the game's expecting rain and you get rain and then suddenly your game's delayed. Just saying, just keep that in mind. But anyway, moving on to your third prop for the show. What do you like for your third prop?
Okay, so going to the guys that I think we think can get pulled early to guys that just really never get pulled early. I'm gonna have to go with Adrian Hauser. Over 15 and a half outs. They didn't acquire Adrian Hauser to go 4 innings. They acquired Adrian Hauser to just eat 6, eat 6, eat 6, eat 6, eat 6. I think that this is just kind of I think this is a low number. It's minus 125 on the juice to the over. He's also got just excellent road metrics. Like he's already at his innings count from last year, but like he also only played a third of the season last year. And he's having a pretty good year. He also only threw 78 pitches his last outing. So a lot of ways that this gets there. I don't know. You want me to, let me just see. It's also the Angels have they've hit later in games, but they've kind of cooled off when it comes to going against starters. Starters have been doing moderately well against them. Burke, bad beat on our Chicago. We had Chicago run line and the money line, and we were up 5-0, and that entire thing fell apart.
On the bright side, we didn't have the plus 1.5.
No, because we would never take that.
No, but the point is, the only way you lose after a 5-run lead's the walk-off homer in the 9th, and that's what happened. So that was the worst beat in that game.
That was a terrible beat. But yeah, I mean, like Angels have been doing it against a lot of these guys, but again, like Hauser's just been over this every single time. This is why he's here.
Yeah,
like he's not like on a team.
He's an efficient ground ball.
He's an efficient ground ball pitcher. He's there for that. So.
Yeah, I can get behind that too. For my last play, I'm going to go with plus money as well. I'm going to fade another pitcher. This line actually plummeted. When I initially wrote it up last night, it was 145. Now it's down to 120. I'm going to fade Sonny Gray. I'll take his over 5.5 hits allowed at plus 120. He's been really bad lately. He's allowed at least 8 hits in 3 straight starts. The Dodgers have owned him, historically speaking. He has allowed at least 7 hits in 3 of his last 4 against the Dodgers. Faced them one time this season, about 2 months ago. Gave up 8 hits. I know the Dodgers haven't exactly been performing that well at the plate lately. Point is, though, we know Gray is not exactly a flamethrower. He's more of I'll use the word nibbler, because I do think he's a guy that tends to rely on the off-speed stuff, tries to use his variety to, I'd say, befuddle hitters. The Dodgers, though, have owned him lifetime, and the fact is 6 hits is really nothing when he's given up 8+ in 3 straight. Plus money? I'll take that. Once again, it dropped 25 cents. I'll still take it. Give me Sonny Gray over 5 if it's allowed at plus 120 as my final play. Thoughts?
He was on my list, but you took him before I could get into labbing last night.
Yeah, take that. Snooze, you lose. There you go. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for my 3 props. I know you gave out your 3 already. Do you have any miscellaneous stuff you want to give out? Any daily DPs? No sponsor yet, by the way. We're working on it.
We are working on that, like the sponsored by Brazzers. The daily DP, and let's see, who do we like for the daily DP? I mean, I'll tell you, I like for the DP. I like Feedy.
I thought you were gonna say the Mets because you liked Manaea for that.
Let me look.
Because I know you mentioned that.
Here's what I do like. I like if we can get it going. I like I don't want to do it because again that game's gonna be rained out. But I like over 1.5 DPs in the Braves game. Let's go with Jason Alexander. Looks like a good one. Let's see. Let's see. MLB. Who is just hitting into DPs nonstop right now? The White Sox are hitting into a ton of them. The Cardinals are hitting into a ton of them. The Jays, the Diamondbacks. Sorry guys, you're gonna have to bear with me while I do some DP, some heavy DP research. Are the Marlins on here? The Marlins have hit into. Marlins have hit only 1 DP over the last week.
They've been really good.
Yeah, they've been hot. I don't want to do that. What about the Twins?
I mean, that team's full of fake players. So
yeah, but they're hitting.
No, I know. They had a decent series against the Guardians over the weekend.
Also hitting into that. Let's see. What about? I think we might try to do Hauser. I think
mean,
Hauser's
it's a perfect fit. You got Tampa. I know Tampa's kind of cooled off lately, forcing them, but they're still the DP Kings.
They did. They got it. They got the Dodgers to do 2 the other day. Let's do this. So yeah, let's. Hauser's a worthy DPer on this one. Yeah, let's do it. -105 for Adrian Hauser to turn a DP. The reason why we like the DP on Mr. Hauser. Whoops. Actually, I'm sorry. I apologize. I had completely wrong metrics up. Now Hauser is still on the list, but he's on there. I think we want. Oh, so Slade is up. Let me look at Slade for a second. And if the Mets have been hitting to them, I was looking at last against right-handed pitching, so that was really bad on my part.
It's fine.
The Mets have hit into a few. I think Slade might be our guy. Let's see on Cleveland. Has he actually turned any? Yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's take a look at the let's take a look at how much that's going to cost. But yeah, I think we want Slade to turn a DP.
Okay. And you know what the price is on that?
I'm about to look, and I can tell you. If it's not, if it's too expensive, even money.
That's a great deal.
Great deal. Let's do it.
All right, cool. Any miscellaneous batter stuff you want to get into, or just move on to the best bets?
I will have more later. There wasn't a lot of stuff up late last night, so I'm kind of doing it right now.
That's fine. All right, cool. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the props. Time to move on into our best bets for the show. Before we get into that, though, a reminder, they're brought to you by Circa, because they're still hosting 3 of the biggest football contests for the upcoming NFL season. Circa Million, Circa Survivor, Circa Undecimo, over 20 million guaranteed prizes. You cannot call yourself a true DGen. Always are competing in the Circa Football Contest. Hang out at SGPN, the Circa Contest weekend, August 21st, 23rd. For an amazing weekend, including live shows and open bars. Plus, you get 15% off a stay at Circa with code SGP15. Contest open to everyone. Sign up at Avada, play for member with the help of SGPN social proxy at footballcontest.com. Use code SGP, $50 off your proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, because they've powered trends, the best of the best for what the house model has to offer. They've been crushing it in baseball and WNBA. MLB Power Trends, a lot of under 4 batter hits props, my specialty. They're hitting around 70%. So once again, they've been doing well for fading players. WNBA Power Trends are 27-16 since the All-Star break. They have an ROI of 23.36%. Download the app, though. Check out Power Trends. And a reminder, we have a free trial combo with them if you use the link, sportsgamepodcast.com to get your 7-day free trial.
Somebody just followed me on Picket, and their screen name is Iron Helps Us Play. From The Simpsons. Iron helps us play.
That's good. That's good stuff.
That's really good. All right. I'm looking. I'm gonna look at Rhythm stuff. I mean, first of all, just blindly take.
Well, I am gonna ask you. Do you want to quickly just mention one power trend out there from Rhythm?
Yeah. I'm looking at one right now.
Cool. We'll just merge this with the ad read, so it's fine.
I mean,
they've been crushing. Unfortunately, there's no WNBA today. WNBA has been just an absolute goldmine for us. So we'll wait until they come back tomorrow. But baseball's been good too.
They like Feedy under hits allowed. They like Quinn over. I kind of just want to stay away from that game overall. They like Freed to continue to not be. Oh, you know what? This one's not terrible. It's
Well, Freed's in a weird spot because he keeps having those blister issues in the middle of every start. That's why he keeps rubbing his hand against the jersey.
They like Freed over 4.5 hits allowed.
Okay. So we'll go
which I can get behind, and they need somebody to go length. He's not they can't keep doing this.
No, they tried Heel yesterday, who walked the entire team.
Well, we knew that was going to happen, though.
Yeah, of course.
That was awesome. Catch the walks ladder.
Yeah, we've done well with walks ladders recently, but
that's all I'm focused on now. I'm focused on walks and batter strikeouts.
Yeah, but the point is Heel didn't go much distance because it was his first start of the season, which was a very predictable meltdown. And now they got to rely on Freed to try to stop the bleeding. So I'm fine with that too. I like the over hits allowed for Freed. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through our props for the show. Time to move on into our best bets. Adam, what's your best bet for the Monday props?
I think I'm going with Blaze.
Okay. Laser. Our fitness consigliere, Michelle. Yeah. Uh-huh. Out of curiosity, because I actually
hold on. What's saying that Walks John was my Walks John? Our walks did hit. Power Trends are paying for my diapers. I love that. Still like the Hauser over.
Oh no, I think he's saying the walks for Elder didn't get
Oh,
there,
that was
but
weird. Yeah, dude. I mean,
I think that's what he's referring to.
yeah. Friday just didn't hit. Like,
It's
it just
fine.
didn't.
Heel ended up working out.
Heel
So.
ended up working out, and so did earlier in the week, Kokanowicz.
Which was a joke. He had
It
a
was
no-hitter
awesome.
through four and 2/3, and he had like 6 walks,
Yeah,
which
it
was
was
pretty
great.
funny. But
It was great.
either way, point is, I don't actually remember because I know that he's a hyped-up prospect. I don't think he's any good. Blaze isn't his real name, right? That's like a nickname that
That's
was given
probably
to him.
like Chad,
Probably Keith. I don't know.
or Kip.
Kip. Yeah.
Let's see. Blaze.
I don't know. Blaze was definitely a name that he like chose, and everyone's like, "Yeah, we're just gonna call you Blaze right now." But
oh wait, hold on. Is it his real name? It is his real name.
that's actually his real name. Okay.
Blaze Chaney.
I can't tell if that's like a congrats to the parents for the creativity, or that's so wow, you're really
He's the
trying
cousin.
to ruin
He's
his
the
life.
cousin of Dan Plesac.
Okay. I mean, Zach Plesac didn't work out in the pros. We'll see if Blaze works out.
Well,
Zach did not work
both
out.
of them, they're both the cousins. So like, Zach Plesac stunk too.
Is Blaze a good or a terrible name for your kid?
You better like steal a lot of bases if your name's Blaze.
I just imagine you're getting bullied in middle school.
He's only, how tall is he? See if he did any of the bullying himself.
I mean, he's a good athlete, so I'm assuming.
No, I don't know, because he might not be that big. If he's 6 foot, he's only 6 feet tall.
Either way, the point is, I'm sure he was in relatively good shape, being an athlete playing like college sports in high school. But naming your kid Blaze, you're towing a very dangerous line for bullying. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of people who are people's cousins, do you know what I discovered today when I went down a Wikipedia rabbit hole?
This is very, very vague. Okay, no, I don't know where you're going with this.
So I listened. So I obviously put up that GIF about your mom.
Okay.
Stacy's mom has got it going on.
Yeah. Okay.
Scotty's mom has got it going on. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go down that Fountains of Wayne track, and I'm gonna listen to that song. Totally forgot that Adam Schlesinger died of COVID, like the day that they announced that COVID was.
Yeah, that happened years ago. Yeah,
he was years ago. It was 5 years, whatever.
That's years ago. What do you want?
We all time jumped. Anyway, point is, you know who his cousin was?
This could be anybody.
All right, so you know who his cousin was? He's been in a movie with Ben Affleck.
Matt Damon?
No, it's not Matt Damon.
Okay, I mean that's like the obvious guess when you get a Ben Affleck. It's not going to be Casey Affleck. I'll tell you that much. A movie, Jeremy Renner?
No, close, because that Jeremy Renner is in the Marvel universe, and so is this guy, John Bernthal.
Okay,
Punisher is his cousin, and then I went down further. John Bernthal is married to Kurt Angle's niece.
Okay.
And John Bernthal's brother is married to Sheryl Sandberg, who used to be the COO of Facebook.
Okay. So, for the record, this feels like a very, very prolonged game of Kevin Bacon. Was it Kevin Bacon? What was the name of the game?
Yeah.
Sounds like that type of game.
I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting.
I guess Jeremy Renner, because my mind went to the town initially.
You were in the Marvel universe.
I was not going Marvel universe, though. I was going for the town. That's kind of what I was going for.
Yeah, that's fair.
But...
Wait, wasn't he in the town?
Yeah, that was my point. My mind went to the movie The Town.
I think Bernthal was in the town.
Bro, Bernthal was not. No. Who's Kyle?
Oh, he's in the accountant.
Who's Kyle we taken? No, he was not in that.
Yeah.
But either way, didn't know that. But either way.
According to Joe and Jermaine over here, there's no Richie Incognitos who played baseball. There's another dated joke for everybody. All right.
Also, on a separate note, if you listen to the lyrics again, Stacy's mom has to calm down a little bit.
She does. She's a little bit.
She's kind of get. I don't know what state she's in. That could be illegal. I don't know. She might want to relax a little bit, but just saying. Anyway, for my best bet for the show, I'll go with Sonny Gray. Actually, I'll take the over 5 if it's allowed at plus 120. 8+ hits in 3 straight. I think he's given up 10+ hits in 2 of the last 3. 7+ hits allowed in 3 of the last 4 against the Dodgers. Historically, he's been really bad against this team. We know that he's been a solid pitcher for his career. On the road, though, he has not been very good. So I'll go with the Dodgers to actually wake up offensively for once. We know Gray pitches to contact sometimes, and I see that happening again here. Give me Sonny Gray over 5 if it's allowed at plus 120 as my best bet for the show. Anyway, for the underdog entry, Adam, anything you want to recycle? Do we want the freed play? Do we want to go with something else?
I think we want to do the freed play.
By the way, Joe's correcting me. It's the 6 degrees of separation from Bacon. Yeah, there you go. That's the Kevin Bacon game.
He's right. Do we want to go? Hey, should we Google? Should we see what like a bunch of Twitter cappers are on and then fade it
That's an option.
as a leg?
That's fun.
Yeah, let's do that.
Did you see the controversy going on with Gold Boys?
No.
Do you know what Gold Boys is?
Yeah, I do.
They're like the most popular Discord that's allegedly scamming people. There was a UFC long shot parlay that was given out by a UFC expert capper, not associated with Gold Boys, and he hit like I think it was $1,000 to win 20 grand. He took like significant strikes in 2 separate fights and parlayed them together. Like it was a legitimate ticket by him, and Gold Boys basically claimed his ticket despite him not working for the company. And social media just had an absolute like storm that happened because Gold Boys was caught manufacturing tickets that didn't belong to them. So that was
nuts.
a separate. Once again, don't forget to sign up for the Discord. But yeah, that was something that happened there with Gold Boys. So they kind of got caught scamming by promoting a ticket that wasn't theirs. That was the main piece of Twitter scheme behavior over the last couple days.
All right, well, let me see. Who do I want to fade? I don't even know because I don't follow any of these people. Is there like? Oh, I have a list of a lot.
I mean, most of the Twitter people that I'm like actively trying to follow for fading is tennis.
Oh, that's fair. Well,
it doesn't really help. But
let me see. I'll do it. I'll find one. I know one right now. It's on my. I'll look it up. This is so mean.
What's Alex Caruso on today?
Yeah, that's an easy one.
That's a simple one. But if you're mentioning guys you want to fade, that's an option. Fun fact: he's on Max Fried under pitching outs, which could potentially be a problem for us. But we'll see. By the way, D Johnson, he's on the over Priester strikeouts, so that play might be jinxed. We'll see what happens. But that is a play he's technically on. He went 0-5 yesterday, so there you go. Let's see.
Kai just sent me. He said fade this guy. All right. Eric oh yeah, dude. Somebody put Eric Lauer under 3.5 earned runs. You and I talked about this last night. So over.
Okay, that's fine.
And then
I've mentioned this many times. Eric Lauer is one of the best Coors Field.
Also, this guy who's like hates Sandy. I love Sandy today. I think it's a great Sandy spot.
I think it's a very good spot for him too, because the Astros offense is kind of shut down lately. But mentioning Lauer, by the way, quickly, 7 career starts in Coors Field, 13+ ERA. He's one of the worst Coors Field pitchers of all time.
Kai just gave me the good one though. Kai gave me he gave me this one, and then oh wait, our boy Ty France is around.
Toronto Blue Jays legend.
Toronto Blue Jays legend, who I called. Let's do Ty France lower 1.5 total. Oh, that's risky in Coors. I can't do that. All right. The other things that I liked, I liked you know what I would like? Povich is back. Let's take his walks.
That's fun. Is that a ladder for us potentially?
It's not even listed.
We'll wait for the prices and we'll go from there.
It's not listed. But I would have liked his walks. Oh, Tyler Locklear to strike out.
Okay.
Not even there. Oh, we need one more, guys.
Well, is there any that we wanted to recycle from the show? Well, we mentioned the Fried hit, so I don't know if you included that for power.
You know what? I feel like we can do. Do you want to just take the slate? You want to do the slate over, and then we can blame?
That's fine.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. So Slade higher 15.5 pitching outs. Max Fried higher 4.5 hits allowed. That is a rhythm power trend. Eric Lauer higher 3.5 earned runs. 5.09 multiplier.
Yep, we're going to go with it. Once again, he's been so bad in Coors, I'll be willing to sacrifice it if it loses.
Kai just texted me being like, fade this guy. So it's great.
I see Jamie mentioning that Lauer might pitch well. He might. He's been very good this year, but every year it's been a tradition of mine, an unwritten rule. I will fade Eric Lauer every time he pitches in Coors Field.
I can't believe they're getting what they get out of Lauer this year.
I can't believe the Brewers are getting what they're getting out of Priester.
That I can believe because they've been very good at fixing pitchers. Look what they got out of Montas last year.
It's a fair point. Montas wasn't good, but for his standard, he was actually pretty good.
He was fantastic. Yeah. So
I like Lauer this year. Just the numbers for themselves for an off-speed heavy pitcher. It's been a really bad marriage in Coors Field. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. By the way, you can let me know what the multiplier or payout.
Oh, I did. It's like
that.
5109. I just sent it to you.
There we go.
And I put you down that we both are in for $20.
Yep.
For
All right.
$25.
Either way, that's going to wrap it up for the show. Adam, anything else you want to add?
Nope. I got Dad's Bet Baseball tonight. I do like Sears K's, Jermaine. I got a Dad's Bet Baseball tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna have Colby on there. Not Colby Dant, Colby Marchio.
Yeah, Colby Dent's busy with previewing every college football team for the upcoming
Grinding.
season. That's one way to call it. It is an obsessive, profitable hobby. That's what I like to call it. It's a respectable profession, breaking down every single college football team. I respect it. I don't have the energy to do that. It takes a lot of, I'd say, patience and a lot of passion and potentially a lot of caffeine to break down all of those teams. So there you go. For me, I'll be doing a tennis show. Finally, we're back probably in like 40 minutes or so. I've been waiting for enough break time to actually record an episode because you have day matches at like 11 a.m. and
we need that for we have a centennial.
Yeah, the point is the first match tonight's 7 p.m. So I'll be able to record an episode. But either way, you can find me on Twitter as Radio. Find him on Twitter at Heroes